They want to dent your cool. Your cool is life-threatening to them. What do I mean by that? Chosen ones. Your cool is a literal scare tactic from God to Satan and his selects. Because it's like when you're cool, it is a notice to your enemies that, hey, this person has the idea that they're going to outwit me. You know what I'm saying? That's the narcissistic note that they have when you're calm, cool, collected. It throws them off, and they can't really sniff that. You know what I'm saying? They can't sniff that out, and I mean they can sniff that out. That you know they can sniff out what they assume, but they don't know what you up to because you're too calm. There's power in your peacefulness. There's power in my peace. When an enemy, don't be afraid to put in the comments right now. There's power in my peace. When your enemies, when you got to cross roads with that person at work that likes to bully everybody, but they know they can't bully you, but they got a hope in their stomach to conquer everybody, and you can tell. Say, there's power in my peace. You won't get the best of me. You won't get the best of me. However I can handle you, I'm gonna handle you. See, it's power in knowing your personality. If you're not the gangster type, don't make threats you can't live up to. If you're not the godly type, then don't make don't go that way. But what I'm saying is that look, your peace is your peace. Whoever I'm speaking to right now, but don't be afraid to write in the comments. My peace is my power. Look. If it ain't God, if it ain't good, it ain't God. A lot of y'all don't even have to touch guns. Y'all don't have to raise a finger. Y'all don't have to do nothing y'all do because y'all just don't know the Lord Jesus Christ. When you know the Lord Jesus Christ, you could put down every gun. You could put down every piece of money. You could put down everything and just stay steadfast in the Lord, and everything will be flowed like a stream of water. It'll flood out your enemies, chosen ones. So his first thought that the enemy's gonna have is, hey, why are they so cool? They think they can outwit me. But let them tell it. They're the most narcissistic. They think they know everything. So let them feed into their own quicksand, and they can really sniff that, whatever. And in many cases, they try to at this point create the next segment. But see, you gave them no rope. Because the rope comes out of your fear, your anxiety, your worry, your gossip. So you got to feed into a low. See, low vibration only can bond and attract to low vibration. Why you think God tell you to fast? Why you think your enemies want to bake you cookies, grandma cookies? Why you think the women in your family want you to come eat? Come to the cookout. Come eat this. Come eat that. Why you think they want to feed you? Because I can't feed you no other way. I can't relate to you. I can't gossip to you. I can't understand you. I hate you. A lot of y'all family members hate men subconsciously. Traditionally, they've been trained to hate men because they could never control a strong man. You got to remember, chosen one, we live in a civilization. A lot of women, they don't like, I'm not anti, but I'm just saying, like, not all of them are like this. So if it don't fit you, don't get mad. But I'm just saying, you know that that's wrong for you to birth a son and bring him in this world and then be mad at the father. So you really sacrificing the son off the bat from the father. So you're saying, I don't care about any nutrients you need from your father. Yeah, I'm cutting that. And then you're going to turn around and start to abuse the son later on in life because you are scared of men in general, and you have a deep-rooted fear that you don't ever face. That, my chosen ones, is completely chaos. So a lot of y'all going through unnecessary pain that never had to take place, but I'm not going to say it never had to take place. Be grateful But look, chosen ones, they'll create the next segment 9 times out of 10. This is where you like. I'm not just harping on women in this one, but this is I'm speaking from a man perspective. This is where you'll have a segment with a dramatic queen that'll just start to go into a tornado of trying to trigger somebody so that they feel at peace. You know them situations where someone's around you just causing a tornado, emotional tornado, and then you're calm for at least 15 minutes. You finally say, yo, what's going on? And then they give you some spice so that you can feel low now or depressed, and then they finally feel like they could breathe again. Nah, we ain't doing that. They just gonna have to fall off because chosen ones, eagles, don't fight crows. There's a Bible verse where God said that the crow could get on the eagle's back, and the eagle will not even pay attention to the crow. It'll just fly higher and higher to where crows don't belong. That's what I'm asking you to do, chosen ones. Fly higher and higher, because you're going to reach a point where that crow is going to suffocate. And it's the crow's fault. It's the crow's fault. That's what I'm telling you. That crow couldn't see its own traumas. It held on to something that it had no business holding on to. I'm not saying that it's wrong to want to hold on to people. I'm not saying it's wrong, but eventually you got to get some help, because you got to be steadfast. Crow or not, eagle or not, mechanism on this planet, every mechanism has to be steadfast. It has to. We are made up of atoms. Atom. We're made up of atom. So a lot of these women, man, but look, there's some good ones out here, and God's going to bless you, chosen ones, with a great woman. I guarantee you. Stay prayed up. Look, a lot of y'all women too. The ones, the chosen ones, the selected ones. But let me finish this real quick, chosen ones. Let me get through this real quick, because in many cases they tried to, at this point, to create the next segment, because it just doesn't cut off. Because you see, look, it doesn't cut off because you see it. Look, I see you. I'm distant from it. I'm non-emotional. I see that you're, you know what I'm saying? I see that you're, I see that by me being cool, there's power in the peacefulness. I see it. I'm here. It just doesn't cut off yet. Like I said, now don't get it twisted. If you train yourself day after day to stay peaceful, it will break, like I said, because like I said, it's like the eagle flying higher. You're making a dedication. No matter what type of pain I feel, no matter what they doing, I'm staying steadfast. And I'm affirming to myself that I'm good. My nervous system is peaceful. I am, you find little ways. And what I'm saying is, it just doesn't cut off just because you see it. It can resell. Wait, what? It can. I think I said resurface. Something cleverness. I don't know what I meant by that, but what I'm trying to say, really, I think, is that the enemy could be real clever. And how they move, they could fall back. You know what I'm saying? When they see that you're peaceful, they could fall back and wait like a snake. Now, like I said in the next sentence, the same way a snake can, it's a dance. Many times when I'm peaceful and the enemy knows that they can't touch me, they can't hit me, they'll get real quiet. Why? Because they're waiting for me to do something again where I am distracted. Maybe I'm playing chess at the time when the enemy starts to yell or do something crazy. Maybe I'm trying to talk to women. Maybe anything where I'm trying to put my focus. Is like the enemy can tell when you're not, when it's a closed deal and you're not paying attention, and they'll fall back. When you're peaceful, they'll say, okay, I can't touch them right now. Let me fall back. Throw them off, like I said in the last video. And then when you're fully sidetracked, they'll outfox you and come around and yell again. It's because they got this psychic ability to kind of predict where you are on the chessboard. I'm giving y'all a game. I'm giving y'all a game, chosen ones. So it's a dance, many cases, and you got to be fully conscious to play. And it's a dance that you should be calm about. I'm giving y'all so much game right now. Y'all should be extremely calm about it at all times. My peacefulness is my power. If it ain't good, it ain't God. If it ain't God, it ain't good. Because it's tough to know when or where they're coming from, with what. So in many cases, you have to master the game. This is why a lot of people don't make it, because they don't think they got to master the game. They think that they want an easy, quick, everything in life now, Instagram, you know what I'm saying, TikTok, quick trip, you know what I'm saying, gas station, quick trip, you know what I'm saying, like, people attract to what seem, because when things are not long and drawn out, like you're in jail, it's associated with pain. One is associated with pain and boredom, and one is associated, but the man who lives amongst pain and boredom is gamed up 9 times out of 10, because you can't shake somebody who's unshaken. You just can't. I would have to be addicted to quick things in order for someone to make me feel stuck with time. If I'm not addicted to quick fixes, if I'm a real one, then, if I choose peace, and any time I see poison, I choose peace, then really they're going to feel bored trying to mess with me. They're going to feel long and drawn out. See these fiends, people with these fiend-like spirits around you, they want to catch you, and they want to get a quick arouse out of you and then go off. Just like hitting the bong or hitting a drug or whatever. Chosen ones, you are the drug that they're smoking. You are the thing that they get a high off of. Whenever they could trigger you, they feel like, hey, look, I'm good. It's a lie. And they're living a lie. They're not even good. It just makes them feel good. They're addicted to seeing someone else under them. That's it. Because then it's like a reassurance. It's an affirmation to them or something of that nature. But when you're making a lifelong dedication and you're telling yourself, peace is my power, I'm going to be peaceful in the face of any situation. I'm going to be James Bond. I'm not going to panic. Even in the ugliest cases. Now, there may be some life or death situations where you're going to move accordingly, but 9 times out of 10, you got the choice to pull a piece out of you. And you got to stay poised in the moment and really just think about it. Think before you act. They like you in your non-thinking self. They like you. And we're men a lot of the times. And they got us so off balance that we be fussing and stuff like that. And they created this reputation of you that you even begin to fall into you start to fall into the perspective of. But what I'm saying is, through growth, you know what I'm saying? Through growth, it's like it breaks them. It's when the rubber meets the road, chosen ones. Like when you really, really about that life, like I decided, like, man, I'm really about to be about that life. I'm not going to let nobody push me around emotionally, mentally, none of that. Because I know it could happen. I seen it happen. I'm learning from it. A lot of people, they don't learn. So I'm, okay, bet. You got me. Okay, bet. I'm that guy. Okay, bet. I see what you did. I see that you put my life in predicaments. Cool. I hope that makes you feel strong. I hope that makes you feel like a big guy. You know what I'm saying? I hope it does. I really do, because the way karma is, I don't gotta put my hand. I don't gotta do nothing that you would like for me. I don't gotta do any of that. And I'm gonna give you a long day in hell, because I know peace is my power. See, they scared of what you know. They've got used to you being young and green and naive. They didn't know they was training you. They didn't know that they were the training wheels. They didn't know. They didn't know that they were the training wheels. They didn't know that they were the last level of the game. They didn't know. Before you get rich, before you grew, before you achieved and conquered, before you dominated, before you was really that guy. or woman. They didn't know that they were the last phase of the video game, and they were going to put you through some things that uh, were going to give you that power. It's power to be able to freeze in time and say, no, I'm going to choose peace, because the whole day was peaceful till they came around. And then what? I'm just going to give them tenfold power like that? Come on now. I'm going to break them every time, because I know that it's power in my peace. And I know that the most peaceful people on the earth could be the most damaging human beings on earth. So why would I even allow you into my psyche like that? See, they like to come around and throw stuff up, arguments, and just talk near you in a very brash way, because they're trying to pat the water to make it splash on you, to where, because the world is made out of frequencies. But when I'm steady fast in the Lord and I'm not moving, that's when the water, they getting soaked by their own game. They're not going to tell you that, because they want you to think that, hey, it's fair. They want your life ain't fair. We chosen. What they talking about? I don't know what they talking about. See, they like it when they could communicate to you. But I'm a man, feel me? And some of y'all are women, so the power is in perspective. Meaning the power is in you being who you are and letting other people be who they are. But they want to eat off your plate. They want to give you a handout just so they could get something back. They're not even really helping you. A lot of times they act like they're helping you. You wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. All of that is so much of a lie that is not even funny. Because they're not dependent on nobody. So why do they think that you have to depend on somebody? It's a false narrative that they're trying to paint, so that you stay stuck in this grid iron lock situation mentally, where you can't see the way beyond the waves of the water. You can't swim yet. So they want to what? They want to play with the waves and make it worse. But see, we gonna float, because guess what? Like I said, we seeing peace. We living through peace. We living through peace. We living through God. So we gonna rise to the top of the water automatically, like a baby, like a fresh born baby. But chosen ones, listen up, because it doesn't cut off just because you see it, because it can they could be clever like a snake. It's a dance, and it's a dance that you should be calm about, because it's tough to know when they're when and where they're going to come from, and with what. So in many cases, you have to master the game emotionally. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I know mastering the game sounds funny, because this is life, and they say life's not a game, but in many times life's a game, and they tell you it's not one. It's this thing in therapy called over seriousness. It's another way to throw you off, because when you're taking life too serious, then you're losing your flexibility, and when you're not in that flexible state, you're stiff. And when you're stiff, you're easier to be broken systematically and gnawed away at, because you're being too serious. But when you're in a relaxed state, peaceful, like I said, it's power in your peace, you go into this ease or ooze like states where you're just calm and fluent, and you're like water. And so they can't break you with their waves of evil, because it's going to flow right through you. It may even get on you a little bit. You're just going to go like this, whatever. You're going to stay nice and pretty. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stay nice and sexy in the war, and slick and sleek. And look, they just can't stand that. So do what they can't stand. You know what I'm saying? Stand what they can't do. You know what I'm saying? The sentence backwards equals the same algorithm. Like, stand what they can't do and do what they can't stand. Be like water. Water can't affect water. It can only add to you. If I'm water, I'm being water-like, and this person is water, and they're coming to brush up on my waves, they can only add to me at that point. They can only help me You know, that's why they say God, your enemies will end up helping you. But you have to be the right way first. So in many cases, life is like a game. It is a game. Most of the people who were too serious, they didn't make it because they were trying to be tough. They were so busy trying to last. But the game ain't even about that. It's about psyche. Like psyche means psych. The people who thought this went there, and the people who thought that went here. That's why the meek shall inherit the earth. You would think that the bullies would inherit the earth. God is a funny, works in funny ways. He's in mysterious ways. Very contrasted ways. Very contrasted ways. It's very much the way you must act. When someone comes around you causing commotion, and say, I'ma laugh and I'ma say, hey, it's time to stay calm, man. And not in a scary, reactive, oh, it's time to stay calm. No, it's man, I love this. Let's do it. Practice is in session. Let me work on my emotion abilities. Let me break what once had broken me. I'm leveled up the same way you level up in a game, the same way you level up at chess, the same way you level up at YouTube, the same way you level up as a motivational speaker, the same way you level up with stage fright, the same way you Look, I'm telling you, it ain't no limit because life is a game. They want you to think it's not a game, so you don't play it. They don't want you to play. Don't be a player. Look, they tell you, and I'm not saying players are good people all the time because you could be a bad guy or you could be a good guy. But just because you know how to play, don't make you bad. What make you bad is being corrupt in a situation that don't cause for corruptions. So I could be a player, meaning I know how to treat a lady. I've been there. I played the game long enough. I know how to do it because I playing the game to me is just mingling. I've been mingling enough. So now I've learned, I've gained experience. So some women are going to call me a player because they know that they can't play me. But it's okay. It's projection. But I'm steadfast, so they still like me. But what I'm saying is this, chosen ones, because women only like steadfast men, to be honest with you. But people think that just because I said be flexible, that's not steadfast. No, it is, because I'm choosing consistently to be that way. It's power in my choice. It's power in my perspective. I mean, you could say pre-selection, whatever. I already pre-selected what I'm going to do in a situation. It's power in the pre-selection. I like to do these little riddle words because riddles are stoic. They don't move. They don't go nowhere. Riddles are stoic. Riddles are calm. They bring calmness to people because when you hear something rhyme, it just flourishes in your cells. It's just like, oh, it makes sense. And it makes sense in real life. So then it must be a fact. That's how you start to feel. And that's a frequency, right? So when you say a riddle, and you can say it often, it breaks the curse because God said use word to break words. Use words against words. Now let me finish this up. Many cases, life is a game, and they tell us it's not one so that they can play you. Because if you take it too seriously, you're more bound to trip. Like if I'm standing on the edge of a bridge or anything that I know that it could be very dangerous, I could look at it two different perspectives. I could say, oh, this is beautiful. This is my chance. This is a beautiful game. Or I could say, oh my, I'm so scared. And being scared might save your life if you get down. But if you have to stand there, that fear may be so crippling. It's because you're adopting a frequency of fear. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't lead to, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It can work both ways. But what I'm saying is that when you don't see no evil, it's easier to stay balanced. It's easier to stay peaceful and calm. When you talk to yourself the right way, when you feed words to every cell in your body and saying, I am steadfast in the Lord. This is my opportunity to stand on the edge of this bridge like a king. I'm not scared of anything. I'm a mighty lion in nature. Nobody can be against me. God built these skyscrapers. I'm Yoda. I'm with the Force. I am the greatest. Talking to yourself the right way, just saying the right things, man. It's just life saving. Literally. Most animals can't even attack something that's calm. But listen, calmness is an uncontrollable thing in this game of life. And I'm just like, yeah, chosen ones. When I first heard it, it scared me. What do you mean you want me to be calm while somebody's literally abusing me? But even that statement shows how serious you are, and which is the underlying disease that you don't see. Be calm like a stoic ocean. Have motion of an ocean. Calmness, even when you're making moves in this game. Okay, I'm about to go grab this. I'm about to go move over here. I'm about to go to the store. Even with those moves, let them be like a Greek god. Move very slow, like a octopus in the ocean. Move in a very just dominating manner. It's like very subtle. It's very smooth. It's unbothered. A thief in the night. A cat uh, passing by your window or something like that. It's never noticed. You know what I mean? It's holy. It's ghost like. That's when you know you're moving right. I'm just being honest with you. They should not hear you creeping with whatever you're doing. You should be able to creep through life. Nobody should be able to. You should not be clumsy. You should not be. But look, chosen ones. Calmness is an uncontrollable thing in the game of life. They can't defeat a non-reactive human. They just can't handle that. As long as you're not reacting, they're lost. Nearsighted. Think of yourself like the guy with the bull with the red sheet. You have no red sheet, but I don't know where I was going with that. I'm gonna be honest. But they're nearsighted when you're calm. But you have to throw them off too. Be calm like a stoic ocean. Have motion of an ocean. Calm, very peaceful, no matter the situation that can devastate the evil. It can stagnate them without their. Uh, they have no permission at that point. They have no permission, really. Universal permission. I mean, come on now. They just can't do it. Chosen ones, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all agree with? What don't y'all agree with? I'm open for chat. I'm open to talk. Any topic, we can debate it. We can talk about it. We can grow. So, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next video. I'm on.